I'm going to show you how to run YouTube ads as a real estate agent step by step to get high quality, motivated buyer and seller leads for your business. So let's just get right into it. So basically the funnel that we're going to go through, and this is the same thing that I use for all these agents. And we added 3 listings in 90 days, about a 17 times ROI, added a little over $60,000 in GCI. Joe signed his listing in 15 days. Michael, 2 listings in 14 days. Rad signed a listing in 13 days. All of the above with this exact system. So first of all, starting off, we're going to geofence your market. Now, first thing we need to go and do is set this up in Google Ads. So if you didn't know, YouTube Ads is owned by Google. So we need to go and set up in the Google Ads Manager. So what you're going to go and do is click New Campaign, and we're going to click New Campaign. So goal, you're going to always do leads. You're going to make sure you want to have your conversion actions set up. So we'll just do submit lead forms for this one, and then we're going to click continue. Now for campaign type, we're going to go video, and then we're going to click continue. All these other ones, I've tried them all. None of them work as well as just video. Now, for naming it, you obviously just want to name it however you want to organize it. You only want to do conversions, right? We're not optimizing for clicks. We don't care how many subscribers, whatever we get. We only want to get conversions. We have submit lead forms as our goal. Then you're going to set your daily budget. So for sellers, we'll go minimum $50 a day. So let's start with like $75 a day. We can go and scroll down here. Don't touch any of this. No, we don't have EU political ads. Location and language. Right here, I like to do campaign location and language settings, as we can go and target basically radiuses at the campaign level. So what I mean by that is you're going to go and you're going to enter another location. This is the first part, is we geofence your market. So with YouTube ads, it's not like Facebook where you can go and target just a 15-mile radius. We can get as specific as 1 mile with where we're targeting. So let's say I'm over in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. So let's say we want to go and target St. Paul. We can go and target that there. Actually, though, let's go put it in a radius. Let's say we want to do like 2-mile radius around St. Paul because it's a population dense area. So we'll do St. Paul include, and you can see we can go and just geofence. Then let's say maybe we want to target the, let's say Frost Lake as an example, whatever that is. Frost Lake. We'll see if it's in here. You can see it's not in here, but the zip code is. We can go and target zip codes, but you can get as specific as you want with YouTube ads. So you're going to go put in the areas where you actually want to get listings or get buyers in, and we're just going to target those. Which, that's a cool thing about this, is we can just focus on those higher income areas that you actually want to prioritize and focus on, rather than just targeting a massive area. And then we can adjust the radius as well as needed. Let's say we want to make this even smaller. We'll go on 1-mile radius, make it even smaller. So you can see it's pretty crazy how targeted we can get. But you can get super specific with where we actually want to go target and get those deals coming in. So what you're going to go and do is just save that. Languages, of course, whatever languages you speak, we'll just go English. And then devices, we're always going to go set specific targeting, uncheck TV screens, because you're going to waste your money there. You're going to then go to ad group 1. Now we're at the ad set level. I'm going to finish setting this up in a second. But the next thing that we need to go and do is pinpoint homeowners who are actively looking to sell. So this is going to be the next step with this, is we are going to target people based on what they're actually searching. So you can see with YouTube, we can target people based on if they own a home and also what they're actively searching up. So like Facebook, as an example, it's a social media platform. So people are scrolling on their phone and then they see your video. Whereas YouTube, people are going on YouTube to be educated because they have intent in something. But it's all based off, it's not social media, it's a search engine. So we're targeting people based off of what they're actively searching for, not based off what they're just scrolling around and randomly clicking on. So we're going to go and make this in the audience. We're going to click add audience. We're going to go new audience. First thing we're going to go and do is interest and detailed demographics. We're going to go type in homeowners. We only want to target someone who owns a home if we're looking to sell, or if we're someone who's looking to sell. What you can also go and do, you can see under demographics, you can go and see the different demographics you can target, but also based off of household income. So if you want to target top 10% of household income, you can go and literally go and put that in there. Now, what we're going to do on top of it is a custom segment, which is basically we can go put in keywords that people are actively searching for. So if someone in your market is looking up, I need to sell my home, and we can just go do a bunch of terms like this, right? Or then we can do real estate agents. And then we can just put in these terms that people are actually searching for. Because if someone's looking this stuff up, not real estate, not licensed price, if someone's looking this stuff up, you got to think they're, of course, looking to sell their home. We can also do homes for sale near me. Because if they're looking to sell, maybe they're looking to buy a home as well. So they're looking to downsize, upsize. And you can go and target pretty much any of these. But you can go and get as specific. You can put in however many, however little as you want. Now, I'd recommend getting anywhere from 10 to 15 of these. You don't want to put too many in there. Once you make this, you're going to save that. You're going to give it a name, but you're going to go save it. And then you're going to click save. right? Once you do that. And that's basically the targeting, how to set the stuff up on the back end for the most part. And that's going to be the biggest thing with the ads, is we're only targeting people based off what they're actively searching for. Now, the next part of it is the actual YouTube ad itself. So what this basically is we're going to do anywhere from a 1 to 2 minute ad that is very targeted, has a very clear and clean message. Now, the format of an ad is as follows. So what you can't go out and do is say, hey, if you're thinking of selling a home, give me a call. You want to see what your home's worth, click below, because you're just going to bring in a bunch of low quality garbage leads because they have no intent. So the biggest thing we're filtering for with these ads is intent. And the format for this is as follows. So we have the hook, which is the first 5 to 10 seconds of the ad. We have the body, which is the next, it's the main portion of the ad. Then we have the close. So this is basically the format for the ad. The hook is basically, the point of this is to grab attention. So what we're going to do is basically call out. So this could be like a call out. So we're going to go and say, hey, if you're thinking of selling a home in the St. Paul area, you need to see this. That's a really strong call out there. In the body, what we're pretty much doing is selling our unique mechanism, which usually you're going to offer some sort of lead magnet, which you can do something like an ebook, a seller's checklist, a guide, a custom home valuation, a CMA, anything like that. That's going to be valuable to them, but you're selling your unique mechanism and showing what makes what you have so different, what makes it valuable. Because no one's going to opt into your ad if they don't know who you are and you're saying, hey, if you're looking to sell, click on this, because they don't trust you at all. So the goal of this is we are trying to build as much trust as possible, but also build up enough value. And then the close are the call to action. I'll put slash call to action is tying it all together. We're saying, hey, click below to get XYZ, right? So click the blue button on the screen to go get your free home valuation, as an example. And this is basically the format of the ad. I'm not going to go into this, the exact stuff to say, if you basically all, by the way, want me to go set this entire thing up for you and get guaranteed listings coming in every single month with a system like this, where I do all the scripting, my team does the editing, all that stuff for you. All you pretty much have to do is just shoot the videos and just show up and take the listing appointments. Then feel free to go book below and apply to work with me and set this entire thing up for you. But basically, that's what you're going to do. I recommend usually having at least 5 to 10 different variations you can go and test. So what a lot of agents get wrong when they try to go and do this themselves is they try to just go test one ad at a time. Now, the issue with that is that if that ad doesn't work, then you're pretty much screwed because you have nothing else to test. You got to go pause the ads and you just wasted a bunch of time. Whereas if you go have multiple variations, then you can go and split test and see what's working, because you're going to find if you go and test, let's say 5 different ads, you're going to find maybe ad 1 and ad 4 perform the best. You cut these ones, then all the budget goes to these ads, and then you're going to find maybe ad 4, but then that would get a very, let's say, good cost per lead, low cost per lead, low cost per listing, but you wouldn't know that unless you're forcing it, you are testing it against all these other different variations. So that's what you need to do, just with anything, is always be split testing. And what I do for a lot of my clients as well is on the back end, and then at the landing page, which is what I'm going to show you after this, but you're going to want to make sure you go and split test different landing pages too. So I use Go High Level, but a cool thing with it is you can go and create variations, and you can do a 50% split test of people going to your landing page. So as an example, here's like what a landing page would look like. This is a super simple one. I wouldn't recommend using something this simple, but something like this can work. But basically super simple. This is like a cash offer as an example. What we can go and do though is have the same exact landing page, but test a different headline. So we could say, see how much more you can sell your home for using our new method, as an example, or hey, see what you could get for your home in today's St. Paul area market. You can do something like that, but we're going to go split test, and basically we're sending people to a page to go and pre-qualify them. So this is just a simple one, just a simple form. What I like to do though, as we get more advanced, is we can ask qualifying questions. Are you listed with an agent? What type of house do you own? Are you looking to sell? What conditions your house in? How soon are you looking to sell? What's the address? And then where can we actually go and send your resources? Now, basically, that's going to filter out the people who are just looking around, just curious. And then we get the most serious ones to just book directly on our calendar, which is then we have the booking page and then also the thank you page, which again, you would need to go and build out. And I would recommend using Go High Level. So just because it's super simple. Once someone does book in, though, and they submit the lead form, basically there's 2 options. Either they self-book right in your calendar, which those ones are always the best because you don't need to do anything because they're booking literally with you. Then you would just trigger an appointment confirmation plus reminder sequence. So it would look something like this. Again, I build all this out in Go High Level. You're going to have your automations built out. So when someone books in, you have your appointment reminders, and it's going to look something like this. We're hitting them with SMS, email, all that sort of stuff. but you can basically see we hit them with an instant email, another email, and you can see it's waiting. So it's looking like it's a real person and it's not just generic or automated. So you're going to have your SMS messages, all this automated for you on the back end once someone books in. Now, if you're a realtor and you don't have systems like this, that's what's preventing you from scaling, is because you become the bottleneck. You are the bottleneck in the business. And if you don't have systems, right, you only have so much time in the day. A system is something like this. You set it up once and it just runs for you. And that's the exact point of this entire system, this exact YouTube ad system, is it runs 24/7 for you. It's not going to replace referrals or word of mouth, but it's going to give you a consistent pillar of your business, because it's not something that dries up. Right, referrals and stuff dry up, but this is a consistent source because people are always looking to sell or buy homes. It's just a matter of you getting in front of them first. And especially when you pair it with having automations and stuff, you're really not doing much besides taking conversations with motivated homeowners who are already looking to sell and who already know you, like you, trust you from seeing your ad. So that's one option, is then they book in, you have the appointment reminder confirmation sequence. And I have a bunch in here as well that you're going to want to use. You can use AI chatbots and stuff and all that. But what you can also do is you can have a sequence for a new lead SMS sequence. So when a new lead comes in, instead of you having to go manually text them and do all this stuff, like we already automatically go out and message them for you, where you have a system like this in place. But you're just going to want to make sure, again, you don't have this part automated, then you're doing a bunch of manual stuff, or you want to have systems like this for every aspect of your business. So even if you're doing Facebook ads, open houses, when someone scans a QR code at your open house, you should be having stuff like this on the back end to create leverage and to have a system. But also you need to have a way to get consistent leads in your pipeline, which if you are a realtor looking for the most motivated leads possible, there's no better place to do than YouTube ads, right? Which is exactly what the system is. But that's pretty much the entire thing right there. Again, if you want my team to go set this up so you can get an extra 1 to 3 listings a month using it, go book below, see if your market's still available, and apply to work with me if you'd be a good fit. Other than that though, this channel, all I talk about is YouTube ads for real estate agents, automations, and basically how to grow your business as a realtor in 26 moving forward, because the game is changing, right? Whether you like it or not, you have to adapt to these new strategies. So if you want to follow along, I post videos every single week. Just like, subscribe. Other than that, go check the video out on the screen. I'm sure it'll be very helpful and you'll get a lot of value from it. So I will see you there.